everything that I knew. So why do they need me? What do they need from me? I hear this all. Prospects call me, this first thing they say, I taught them everything. I taught everything and no one bought. So why do they even need me? If that sentence just hit you somewhere between your chest and your stomach, then stop scrolling, because that feeling is real and it has a name, and is absolutely 100% not a speaking problem. You don't need better slides. You don't need to know how to speak better. You can stand up and sweat through the mic and close people if you know how to solve this one problem. My name is Donna St. Louis. I've done over $1 billion in lifetime sales, and I have watched the most brilliant people on the planet stand in front of a room full of amazingly perfect buyers, people who showed up, they flew across the country, they paid attention, they took notes, and they left like they were walking out of a library for real. They were satisfied, they were educated, they were gone. They might not even bring the book back. So listen, grab a pen, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what happened in that room and exactly why your expertise and teaching is the one thing that is costing you the sale. All right. So here's what's actually happening when you step in front of an audience. You get this. Let me see if I can bring it up. Your prospect has a problem they know they cannot solve. They have doubts, real specific doubts about whether your solution is going to work for them. And I don't mean in theory. They're really concerned. So for them, in their situation with their baggage and their budget and their bad experience with the last 3 people who promised to show them something similar, they're questioning whether you're one of the bad guys or the good guys. So you do what every smart, credential, well-meaning expert does. You teach them a lot. You give them the framework, the step-by-steps, the how-to, the breakdown. You open up the hood and you show them the entire engine, because you want them to trust you. And you figured that the more they know, the more they will buy. And so what you do is, for the next 45 to 90 minutes, you waterboard them with 20, 30, 40 years worth of knowledge, and then wonder why they are gasping for air when they leave. And then one of 3 things happens, by the way. They get exactly the answer they needed because they wrote down all the notes, and they don't need you anymore. You just gave away $10, $20, $50,000 of consultation for the price of their Wi-Fi connection. Congratulations. You're everyone's favorite free resource. So that's why they didn't buy. Or it was too much, too many steps, too much to implement, too much time and money and effort that they don't have one right now. So they smile and they tell you it was amazing. They screenshot your slides. You seen them? They ran up to the front. They screenshot. You just knew they were going to buy because they screenshotted your slides. They treated your offer like a bread basket. They were grateful for it. It was really good. They got full. And they wanted to order something, but them Cheddar Bay biscuits were hitting. So they asked for the check and the money, because that's what you did. You filled them up on bread. Or they do the last thing. They try it, right? This is my favorite part. They go and they try it. What's up? And it doesn't work. It doesn't work the way they expected. You think that they think that their notes were crap because they took all the notes? No, they don't believe you can help them because they just tried it. It didn't work. And so now they don't believe you can help them at all. Period. So they're gone. So 3 doors, and every single one of them leads to the same place. You taught them and they got it. They don't need you. You taught them and they didn't get it, so they don't believe you. Or you taught it and it looked like it's way too much, so now they don't want to work with you. So you just lost because you did what you thought you were supposed to do. You taught them everything. And you're standing there with a standing ovation and not a single stripe ding. Nothing. That is called the student journey. You didn't convert your buyer, you graduated them. And students don't write checks. They take notes and they go home. Here's what you got to do instead. You don't want to do that. So listen, step 1, stop teaching so much. You're teaching way, way, way too much. You're putting too much content in them Canva slides. Cut it out. It's too much. Here's what you want to do instead. And I need you to stay with me because this is going to be so damn simple. You're going to be like, what? For real? It's really that simple. That's why I can give it away in like 3 minutes. Here you go. Stop teaching them how to solve the problem and start addressing why they don't believe your solution will work for them. That's it. Right. Pause. Take an offer. So if you got an offer that's, let's say, $100,000 and you got a room of, I'm going to actually do a little math here. So you got an offer that's $10,000. You got a room of 100 people. Let's say out of 150 are actually qualified. You have a 20% close rate in a room of 50. So that means you're going to close 10 people at 10,000. That means that you have left $100,000 sitting on the table because you spent time teaching instead of doing this one thing. Start addressing why they don't believe your solution will work for them. That's it. That's the whole shift. One lane change on the same highway. When you address the misbelief, if that's all you do, don't do anything else. Address the misbelief. When they actually believe your solution will work and they have the money and the time and the willingness to invest, they will invest. Not because you taught them more, not because you watered them and proved that you were the smartest person in the room. No, but because you removed the one obstacle standing between them and making a decision, belief. That's it. That's it. That's all. You got, I know right now, if you're sitting there, you're going, girl, do you know how many master classes I've done? You know how many slides I've done? You know how many times I've put my entire framework on the website and on the slides, and I've done all the things, and you're telling me I only had to do this one thing? This is the only thing you have to do. Because here's the thing. It's the difference between teaching and converting. You can have a teaching event or a converting event, but not a both event. One produces students, one produces clients. So if you're running master classes and you're wondering why no one's buying, that's why. Listen, I was on a call last week with this guy. He's a financial advisor and he does seminars. He's brilliant. He's in front of his audience. And he's like, I do a 3-hour class and I sit down and I teach them everything. And he's like, and I'm doing good on my conversions. I'm like, yeah, what are you doing? He's like out of a room of 30. And I'm like, yeah. He's like 3. I'm like, a whole 10%. Like, what is that? I had another guy telling me, well, Don, I don't really need to talk. I just walk in and I put my business card down and people buy. And I'm like, then why did you speak? And he thought his conversion was great because he put his business card down. Then why did you speak? Your conversion isn't great from giving the class. You could have just skipped the whole class. They were going to convert anyway. So that's the thing. It's really understanding when you're giving a talk, there is a difference between giving a talk that is for conversion and giving a talk that is for visibility, which, by the way, that's what most people do. They're like, I just want to get on stage so people will see me. Okay, well, why? Why not get on stage and close? Or you do what a lot of people do when they get on stage and they teach. And they usually think it's their close, right? They think that, they're, especially my financial people, they're like, well, because of the compliance in regards to my financial services, I have to be really careful about what I say so that I just need to handle objection handling better. And I need to find a way to talk about it's none of that. It's because you're walking in a room of 30 people who need you really badly and you're teaching them everything they need to know about your offer. And then you're watching 27 of them walk out the door fully educated and completely unconverted. You are giving away the answer and charging nothing for it. And then wondering why nobody wanted to pay for the solution. That is not a compliance problem. That is not a speaking problem. That is a student journey problem. Okay, so last thing, because I got to go, because I got to call in 2 minutes. I want you to do this right now. Take the number of presentations, seminars, masterclasses, workshops that you did in the past 12 months, right? So let's say you're like, Don, I did 6. Great. Multiply it by the average number of people in the room. Let's use something simple. And let's say there were 50. Okay. So now we're at 300 people. Let's say in that room, 50% were your qualified client. So that's 150 people. Now, let's say you can close, I don't know, half. That's 75 people. Let's say you can close half of those, 37 people. So I'm going to leave you at 37 people. So out of the 300 people, I'm going to say you could close 37. That's it. By the way, that number is abysmal because in our group, that number would be probably about 80. But we're going to just stay here and say 37. So 37. Let's say you had a $10,000 offer. That means that's $370,000. If you want to know how much money you left on the table, it's $370,000 from something as simple as that. That's a lot of money to leave on the table. That number is not a statistic. That's the number, that's the money you earned and left in someone else's pocket because you stood up on the stage and you taught instead of actually converting. That's what you did. It sucks. Listen, if you want to know how to actually convert from the platform, all you got to do is go to sellingcertainty.net/masterclass. Just go there, get into the masterclass. It honestly doesn't cost anything. We go 10 times deeper on it. We actually show you how to really get in there. It's not theory. By the way, there's not a replay that you're going to save and never watch because we don't do that. It's a working session where we look at your talk, your room, your audience, and we rebuild the architecture. So next time you step on stage, you walk out with clients instead of compliments. Listen, you got the sizzle. Now come get the steak. It's time for you to really stop standing on stage and getting visibility and selfies and likes